third time lucky. After losing 2 previous presidential election bids, 65-year-old Ecuadorian banker and businessman Guillermo Lasso looks set to govern his troubled country.
Gracias.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to be your president, so I can serve you.
Facing their worst economic crisis in recent memory, Ecuadorians preferred to choose the conservative Lasso rather than swing back to the left, to former President Rafael Correa's Citizens' Revolution, represented by his protege, Andres Arauz. Lasso campaigned tirelessly, underscoring his middle-class roots, national reconciliation, and his promise to eradicate corruption.
Despite having so many natural resources, we are in this crisis because instead of working with honesty to solve your problems, many public servants dedicate themselves to fighting amongst themselves and using public office to enrich themselves.
But Lasso, who obtained less than 20% of votes in the first round, owes his unexpectedly comfortable victory more to Ecuadorians' misgivings about returning to what many saw as an authoritarian political party.
The Correa years were characterized by violations of human rights. Ecuador was one of the most authoritarian versions of so-called socialism of the 21st century. There was persecution of journalists, opponents, and even unsolved murders of people who denounced corruption.
The challenges for the president and the country are enormous. Unemployment is at the top of the list. The oil-rich country's economy has suffered from a steep fall in oil prices. And the pandemic has only made things worse.
I believe in democracy, of course, in Ecuador, and I believe all of us Ecuadorians know how to elect a new president to get out of the crisis our country is in and the lack of employment that exists throughout because of the pandemic.
The country faces another difficult problem, its steep foreign debt. Lasso says he hopes to maintain good relations with the IMF, but has not specified if he will continue implementing highly unpopular belt-tightening measures that Ecuador agreed to in exchange for a $6.5 billion loan. With so much at stake, the new president will have to move quickly to convince Ecuadorians that they made the right choice. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera.